the lotteries for $100, and you're buying yourself a chance to win, and that is the definition of the lottery. The sweepstakes and contests have one of those elements removed. Sweepstakes in Canada are illegal. That's why you have to answer the skill testing question, because then it adds an element of skill. Therefore, it is now a contest by legal definition, and it is a legal form of marketing and promotion in Canada. The other part of it is, with the contest, you'll notice the skill testing questions are math-based. And the reason is math is universal. So if someone, perhaps a recent immigrant to Canada who's eligible to enters, they may not be familiar with, say, Canadian history to win and answer the skill testing question, but everybody understands math. Math is math. It doesn't matter what language you speak or what your educational background is. 2 and 2 is 4, no matter what. So that's why it's always a math-based question. Sorry, I saw one more hand for a question.
Well, I still don't see the difference between a sweepstakes and a lottery, because they both purely by chance, like the 629.
Because sweepstakes, you don't pay the consideration.
Oh, you don't pay the
No. So there's no.
No,
that's they shouldn't have used the word sweepstakes, because you actually paid. So by legal definition, the Irish sweepstakes was actually a lottery. But so if you're going by the legal definition, it was technically a lottery. Now, why run a contest? This is also a bit important. Companies don't do this from the goodness of their hearts. They want you to buy their products. And we won a trip to the Olympics. We love Wonder Bread. We haven't bought anything but Wonder Bread since. And so I think it's a really good thing to promote the sponsors, because they're putting a lot of money. Their companies in Canada last year spent over $200 million running promotions. There is enough prizes for everybody in this room. I win less than 1% of what I enter. So somebody's winning the other 99.8%, or whatever it works out to. So there is enough prizes for everybody in this room, and then some. So this is a very, very important slide, because some of these I figured out as I went along. And so I try and give these tips up front to anybody that's learning the hobby, because you can solve the mistakes before they happen. Create an email address that you only use for entering. So many times, if you have, say, a Rogers or a Bell internet account, you're allowed up to 10 email addresses for the home, or 5, or whatever your package is. Make one that's just for entering. Or you can go Hotmail, Gmail, Yahoo, they're all free. Set one up that you only use for that purpose. That way it's kept separate, and it's easy to find the winning notifications and any other information you might have there. Create a username and password that you only use for entering contests. And it's great, because a lot of the websites now get you to sign up and log in. So you don't have to keep filling that information over and over again. So I've used the same one for years, and if anybody hacks it, who really cares? That it doesn't matter. What are they going to find out about you? That you entered to win a basket full of soap? It's totally separate from your banking information. You're not using, because the email address you're using is separate from any personal information, and your email and password are completely separate, and your username is completely separate from any important personal information you'll have, so it won't matter. And then protect your computer. The sad reality of being online is you got to protect your computer. There's viruses, Trojans, spyware, it's malware. It's just ridiculous. Spam. So even I have friends who don't contest that get more spam than I do. That's the reality of being online. So you have to make sure you have good computer protection software on your computer, no matter what you're doing. Okay, so there's 5 ways to enter. So in person. So for example, I'm giving away prizes here today at the seminar. This would be labeled an in-person $50 prize